Javcav. Let's go.
Hey, it's okay, Zeus. Someone's listening to you.
I'm listening to you, Zeus.
What did I say?
Kira has the Jav Cav. That's.
Everyone, open the gate and leave your units inside.
Is the gate hang up
I think
top?
winch top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just have
I'm
one
on it.
person go up.
I'm on it.
This is so slow.
Alright, do any of you have any ranged units? If not, that's fine.
I
I have
have
the new pike unit.
That's not ranged, but
Do you want me to bring out
Little.
Janice?
it's okay for now. Can Mustard, can you bring your Ironcalf Spearman out?
Yeah, sure. Up, and away off the wall.
Do you have the purple doctrines on him?
I
You probably
no.
know. You
No.
probably know. Yeah.
Bro, I don't have purple doctrines on like my purple units.
Stay away
Gotcha.
from the unit if you can, please. Alright, these are Prefecture Guards. They have 3 abilities. They have a charge, they have Prefecture Drill, which is basically while they're in a mosh pit, you press it and they wreck shit. And then they have a Cover Commander. The Cover Commander for this unit doesn't work like other Cover Commanders. I don't know if you guys have noticed that by now. All the short sword units, like this, their Cover Commander is more of a to pull out of combat sort of thing. Basically, you charge them and use their ability and use Cover Commander to call them back to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to heal my unit? Or not?
Nah, it's fine.
Like as they're fighting?
No, just leave them be. This is just going to show you kind of unit interactions.
Okay.
Basically, you want to kind of get your unit into the brawl itself. And then you use their drill to basically do a little bit of this. Do you see how they're basically tearing the shit out of the unit? And then what you can do is you can do a Cover Commander to kind of... Well, I guess they stay in... I guess it doesn't work like it's supposed to. Anyway, you want to X them out instead of using the Cover Commander because the Cover Commander is kind of dumb. But anyways, out of that whole thing, I basically deleted 23 units and I didn't lose a single Prefecture Guard in that engagement. Just ability, sort of. You know? Sure, yeah, I'll throw them into the new pike. We'll see how they do.
Make sure you heal them up before though.
It's fine.
Oh, too late.
Don't these new pike have an anti-infantry
Yeah.
So
attack?
yeah, you just shredded it. New pikes
I
OP.
mean, they did pretty good considering most of them were at low health.
It killed
The entire unit.
killed like 4 of them.
Yeah.
So the prefecture cards, they're the thing you want to use, not the charge.
Yeah, you want
Is
to
it-
use the 2.
The 2. Okay.
The 2 ability, basically you get them into combat, like get them into like a big blob, and when they're in the big blob you hit 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you, can you bring those, Diabetic, can you bring those gray shields out? I just
These
want
are
to kind of...
beefy gray units, so.
That's fine. I want to show you guys a special tactic with the wolves that you probably have never seen before. So just bring them out real quick.
They were over at the supply point. They're
Oh,
coming.
rip. Alright.
They
Do
were
you
over at the
guys,
supply
do you guys know how to engage with Sons of Fenrir?
Kill them.
You're go into range. No, you do attack range
please,
units.
Please stay away. Don't pull them. Okay, cool. Line those up. I will show you exactly how to do something. That's actually something you probably have never done before. So you know how their charge is basically, their charge, if you use their charge, it basically locks their 2 out for a couple seconds, right? And they kind of get slaughtered before you can use their ability. Correct? Right? Everyone knows that?
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, if you use their charge, and as soon as the front 2 jump, you press V and then press 2, it will cancel out of the jump, but still get the charge. So you can close distance. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool.
Does everyone understand that? Basically, you use their charge to close distance, and as soon as some of them start jumping, you press V to put them in attack mode, and then it will pull them out of the jump, and you can press 2.
Okay.
I never use the jump, so.
Yeah, well, you gotta. The jump is to close distance if you need them to charge in.
Doesn't that 3 give him a speed boost and a range resistance?
3 does as well. You can use that as well. You can X them over and do that. It's another way of doing it.
That's just how I use them personally.
No wrong answers, only guidelines.
Those either way works. The one I like doing because it does if a couple of them jump, it does get a couple of them in the back lines to kill stuff. Jannies are pretty easy.
Take them down and shoot.
Jannies, you put them where they need to be. Like any gun unit, you press 2. And they just kill stuff. Right? I'm not going to demonstrate that because it doesn't really matter. Can you bring the Jannies out?
Yeah. La la la. Wait, you want Jannies out on my end?
Yeah, bring Jannies. I'm going to show you how to use these real quick if you're fighting infantry. If you're fighting infantry, you're going to use their 1 ability to do a bit of a... And you're going to keep them right out of range of the melee infantry and just skirmish like this. You see how I'm kind of just using them like a skirmish unit, right? Their 2 does replenish their ammo, but if it's a pike unit or some sort of defensive blob, you don't ever want to 2 them in unless you're basically diving a point. You know what I mean? Like if they're like, hey, we need to take this point now, dive on that point, then you can use their 2. You can move this unit out of the way.
The 2 is the thing that really said like that's the thing that killed the units, right? Like it killed IS, the shield, the spear guys. Like it's basically the thing that killed all the units. It's like the major determining factor in what was like Jav Cav are the king. So like that was just our testing, you know.
Yeah. The reason I say don't do it into a blob of units is because a single unit, yes, it will work. If the enemy has like 5 heroes and 5 units, it will definitely not work. Unless you have the equivalent of, Jav Cav.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically when it comes to guns like this, you kind of want to try to approach from an angle. You can set up your guns, by the way. You want to bait out the kind of ammo shots as much as you can with your hero, and then you 2 them in. Boom, boom. Then you break up it. You see? I lost, let's see. I'm at 13 of 18, so I lost a couple, right? You're going to lose a couple when you're charging in on Jannies like that, but you're going to win the engagement. Outriders, their 2 ability is their charge ability. Like I said, if it's a big blob of like a whole bunch of units, unless you have similar friendly units backing up, it's better to do the skirmish until you need to do the charge, if that makes sense. Because there's a possibility of losing them on the charge. While you're skirmishing, they're pretty much safe unless there's ranged units. And again, if there's ranged units, you're going to be wanting to charge in anyways.
Hey Phobos, how are you?
All right. Does anyone have any questions about any of these units that I went over today?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. I did record this session for anyone that missed it.
What about the new pike unit?
Here, you can bring them up. Bring the new pike unit up.
They topped off.
They're 25 out of 32, so yeah.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is the flames. They're basically use their flame ability on units, right? But if you have a hero run up like this, press their gun ability. You see how quickly that kind of starts getting my health? I'm a heavy armor class. That's pretty low for a blue unit to do to me. You see that? So basically what I typically do is I just alternate between the two abilities. I alternate between the flame and the gun thing. But the gun thing is mostly for anti-hero, and then the flames is for anti-unit. Does that make sense to everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Because they can kill heroes like that. I forgot I can't even spectate when I'm like this. Basically that's all I have for this. We can do some scrims though now after. I did record this, so I'm gonna save the recording now. But I hope everyone learned at least something tonight. Also, the wolf charge can be used as a mobility thing if your 3's on cooldown. I know it's only a 12-second cooldown, but... Oh, who just left?
Jagatai and